Hello, buenos días, ¿qué tal chicos? ¿Cómo estáis? Bienvenidos a otro capítulo más de... ¿Cómo se llama este juego? Ah, sí, Forgotten City. Sacaba el arco con esta, lo guardaba y encendía la linterna y volvía a guardar. Vale, me agachaba con este, muy bien. Vamos a hablar con este señor, creo que era lo que quedaba, ¿no? Si nos acercábamos, hablábamos con él, en plan decíamos... Y teníamos que subir por aquí a algún lado, ¿no? Porque había alguna... Tiene que haber alguna escalera o algo así. Por aquí. Ya miraremos, ya miraremos. Vamos a ver. Hola, señor.
Domitius doesn't usually let anyone in here without a hefty tribute, so you must have been desperate to see
Tiene
me.
heterocromía.
Well, what do you want?
Así que tú eres... Cincia. Gran
My
conversación.
name is Marcus Malleolus Gurgis. You seem to have confused me with someone else.
¿Ah, sí? Tienes un ojo verde y otro azul, justo como ponía en la orden de ejecución del emperador Nerón.
You mean my heterochromia? I am guilty of nothing more than having different colored eyes. And I'm hardly the only person with the condition. Alexander the Great had it too, as it happens. I like to think it is simply the way the gods have chosen to mark a natural-born ruler.
¿Tú crees? Todavía no puedo probar, crees tú. Pero lo haré. Parece que Quincio sufre también delirios de grandeza.
Well, I am not suffering from any delusions, as today's election will firmly establish.
Todavía no puedo... Venga.
Unlikely, because it simply isn't true. Now, was there something else you wanted?
Vale. Esta ya está. Encuentra pruebas de que relaciona Manolo con el nombre de Quincio. Quiero que te retires de la selección. ¿Sabes qué dice?
Are you insane? You barge into my villa, uninvited, and then make outrageous demands? Why would I withdraw from an election I'm bound to win?
No. No ¿puedo amenazarlo? No, porque esto es amenaza.
You are acting very strangely.
A ver.
I'm Malleolus, and if it wasn't for this interruption, I'd be practicing my victory speech for the election later today.
¿Qué piensas hacer si ganas?
I'm glad you asked. I'll finally restore freedom to this city, just as I've been promising. These good people have suffered long enough under Sentius's tyranny.
¿Y cómo piensas hacer?
By declaring there's no such thing as the Golden Rule. It's a children's fable exploited by Sentius to frighten us into submission. Wait, don't tell me you've fallen victim to that monstrous lie?
No hay duda que existe.
Nonsense. There's no way you can prove that. If it was real and you'd seen someone break it, then you'd be dead already.
Vuelvo al mismo... Si podemos decir esto, sí.
What? Oh, I see what's happening here. Another poor, vulnerable soul taken in by Sentius's machinations. He won't get away with this much longer.
¿Qué hace falta para que creas que es real?
Surely, you're not one of those people who believes everything you read. As if a lie could be transformed into the truth by the simple act of writing it down.
Vaya. Aunque no pueda demostrarlo, si estoy en lo cierto, aceptarlo evitará el desastre. Si me equivoco, aceptarlo convertirá a la ciudad en un lugar mejor. ¿Eso no es bueno?
I disagree. I'll be guided by what is best for the city's people, and that means giving them the freedom to do as they
Dios
wish.
mío, es la Ayuso. Basta. Libertad.
True, but that is simply because you are mistaken.
¿Sabes cómo salir de aquí?
I'm afraid not. We're stuck down here together, for better or worse. We're all going to have to make the best of it.
Vale, ¿y qué opinas de la
You
norma?
mean the children's fable?
Sí, esto ya me lo olía que ibas a decirme algo así.
Scare us all into doing what he wants?
I have to go.
I trust you can see yourself out.
Adiós. Vale, a ver. Podemos... Mirar... Quiero mirar más la zona. Claro, donde entramos el otro lado fue... Oh, nada. ¿Y se corría? Aquí, vale. El mareolo se queda ahí en sus movidas. Vale. Vamos a subir. Qué bonito. Hola.
You're not supposed to be in here.
¿Podemos hablar?
Talk. What business could you possibly have with me?
¿Qué haces encerrada en esta habitación?
My marital affairs are no concern of yours. Thank you very much.
¿Qué te parecería que te ayudara a vengarte de Maleolo?
An intriguing proposition. Go on.
Creo que Maleolo no es quien dice ser.
Perhaps you're not as silly as those clothes make you look. What makes you say that?
Una simple corazonada. Esperaba que pudiéramos desenmascarar su identidad.
You know, I may have the very thing you're looking for. Some time ago, when he still cared for me, he wrote me a love letter. Only, he used the wrong name. Now, addressing one's wife by the wrong name is not unheard of among philandering Romans. But in this case, the name he got wrong was his own. I confronted him about it, and he stammered through some incoherent response. I let it go, eventually, and yet questions have lingered in the back of my mind ever since. But wait a minute. Why exactly are you helping me?
Quiero forzarlo a que se retire. Hay que decirle. Yo voy a ir por la verdad por delante.
To withdraw. Listen, I may not be Penelope to his Ulysses, but to ruin his plans to become a magistrate? You must think me quite mad. I've heard enough. Get out of here at once. Domitis, come quickly. We're being robbed.
¡Qué hija puta! Manusito me escribe. Vale. Pues poco más podemos hacer aquí, ¿no? Yo pensé que podríamos subir un poquito más. Porque tenemos que ir hasta ahí arriba de todo. Pero ¿cómo? ¿Cómo? ¡Uy! Hay un cadáver aquí. ¡Ojo! Señor, tiene un cadáver aquí metido.
You again. What is it now?
Espérate.
Are you insane? What?
¿Podemos tirar de esto? Venga.
You fool.
The many
¡Va,
shall
mierda!
suffer for the sins of the one.
Fíjate, bueno, no pasa nada. Lo bueno es que conservamos los objetos, así que no hay problema. Es que la amenaza ya funciona como bebido.
Salve, friend.
Sí, sí, sí.
Oh, sounds serious.
Por fin empieza a preocuparse de su reumatismo. Si le das corteza de sauce, se calmará.
All right, let me see. Stop Fabia going in, but send the new arrival to the empty shrine. Understood.
Y eso también.
Poor guy. My uncle was a victim at rheumatism's altar, and he ended up killing himself. All right, got it. Yulia? Oh no. All right, I can do that. I'll go, but once I'm done, I'll need you to tell me how you know all of this.
Me encanta porque ya le mandas todo lo que tiene. Está guay eso. ¿A esta zona? Porque aún no hemos hablado con toda la peña.
Wow, isn't that a big long bow?
Porque realmente no hemos explorado todo el sitio. No. Es propiedad ajena, no se roba. Un jarrón peculiar, antiguo, con formas geométricas, sin duda alguna. No es romano. A saber dónde habrá venido. No me has ayudado mucho ahí arriba, ¿eh?
Cerberus lifts his triple head and lets out his threefold braying.
Livia, would you stop muttering like Medea over a cauldron? You'll scare away my customers.
They follow their trades, imitating their previous lives, but they are ignorant.
This again. You're in a world of your own, aren't you?
Vamos a ver con esta, a ver.
Just as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls. But it does not notice the crowds that come.
¿Cuál es tu historia?
The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. Some crowd the forum, some the house of the ruler of the depths. Others follow their trades, imitating their previous lives.
Lo siento, pero no tengo ni idea de qué significa eso.
They never do. There is only a downward path, gloomy with fatal yew trees. It leads through dumb silence to the infernal regions.
¿Necesitas ayuda?
Help me? You cannot help me. I have seen things. A pattern, a terrible pattern. It is better for you if you remain ignorant. Pandora's box must stay closed. I'll say no more.
Averigua por qué Livia está actuando de forma tan extraña.
The bloodless shadows. This is their punishment.
Cierto.
The newly arrived are ignorant of the road before them.
Bueno, vamos a hablar con la otra. Como muy rápido, hay como mini glitches, pero no
I
pasa nada.
love your clothes. So exotic. Ah, you're here. I'm so glad you decided to visit. I'm Aurelia, and I hope I'm not being too forward, but the moment I laid eyes on you, I was intrigued. There's a light in your eyes I've never seen before, a certain learning and sophistication.
Y tú eres tan encantadora como bella.
Ugh, coming on a bit strong, don't you think?
¿Qué? ¿Si te has insinuado tú?
I take back what I said. Suddenly, I don't find you so intriguing anymore. Let's just forget that ever happened, so we can at least do business. So, what brings you to my tavern?
¿Cuál es tu historia?
Ugh, let it go. Nothing's going to happen between us.
Joder.
You know, normally, I'd expect you to buy me a drink before asking if I want to get out of here.
Qué adorable, pero en serio.
Straight to business, huh? I can work with that. As a matter of fact, I do know a way out. I'm happy to tell you all about it, but this is valuable information we're talking about, and I don't just give it out like some cheap oracle. So, How badly do you want it? Is it worth, say, 1,000 denarii to you?
Si sabes salir, ¿por qué no lo has hecho?
Simple. It's a one-way trip, and I'm not ready to go just yet. I like my life here. One day, maybe, but not now.
¿No es muy poco ético mantener a esta gente encerrada sabiendo que hay una salida?
I think of it this way. I have something of value, and I'm willing to share it for a price. That's not unethical. That's just good business. Now, do you want it or not?
Cuéntame más sobre lo que compraría.
Well, I can't tell you too much, or you'd figure it out for yourself. But I promise you, you'll never have to spend another hour in this city ever again.
No me interesa, sé que es un timo.
Ha! It's hardly my fault if people misunderstand the terms of a deal. I mean, it does say, let the buyer beware, right outside my tavern.
¿Qué opinas de la regla de oro?
I just try not to think about it. Drink helps with that. As the saying goes, to drink is human, so we drink.
¿Y algún rumor?
Certainly, for 10 denarii.
Toma.
Have you met Livia? She used to do my hair, until one day she just snapped. This place has that effect on people. Now, she just stands around, caked in filth, muttering nonsense to herself. It's a real shame. Now I have to do my own hair.
Toma otros 10 denarios.
I hear that if Malleolus is elected, he's gonna throw a small festival to celebrate, with entertainment and everything. Can't wait to find out what it is.
Ya no tengo más.
Whatever you like. All right. See ya.
Hasta luego, Mari Carmen. A ver, tiene que haber más cositas por aquí.
You, Tantalus, cannot catch the drops of water, and the tree you grasp at eludes you.
A lo mejor aquí no hay nadie más, pero yo qué sé, quién sabe, ¿no? He visto mover la cabeza y ha sido muy creepy. Llave del cofre del santuario de Apolo. Ojo, ¿eh? Cosa más bonita de muñeca. Parece que alguien te tuvo mucho cariño. Es preciosa. Una estera asquerosa. Por aquí no podemos pasar, ¿no? Que los dioses sean más benévolos contigo que con nosotros. Escenario, flecha y botella de vino. Posiblemente el último te haya venido de la ciudad. Se la podemos dar a la otra igual, ¿no? ¡Ojo! Ah, vale. No. Ajá. 100 denarios. Vale. ¿Cuántos tengo? ¿Se puede mirarlo? Inventario. 1000 y pico. ¿Cómo se disparaba? Ahí. Eso es algo. ¿Podré cogerlo? La estatua estaba cogiendo una... ¿Dónde estoy, tío? Claro, porque esta zona no la he mirado. ¿Puedo subir por aquí? Se ve que no. Pero por aquí sí. Treasure Hunter. Vale, encuentro un tesoro. ¡Lo, chaval! Yo tengo cofre. Más denarios. ¿Esto parece un pasadizo o soy yo? Soy yo. Vale, pues vámonos de aquí. Podíamos hablar con la hermana, ¿sabes? De la que tienen ahí secuestrada. Por ahí he venido. Sí. A mí me gustaría ver cosas que aún no he visto, claro. Esta es la entrada. ¿No? Sí, porque este es el templo. Ah, no. Vale. Pero podemos seguir subiendo. ¡Apa! Aquí debe estar el colega colgado. Puede ser. Ya. Ahí está un suicida. Ahora sabemos cómo llegar. Pues guardar el arco, tío. No, guárdalo. ¿Este es el templo de Apolo? Hola.
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia.
Hola, Octavia.
Welcome to life under the golden rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not? How are you faring so far?
La verdad es que necesito hablar con Ulpio.
All right. Well, it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh, no. No.
No. Se va a matar, ¿verdad?
Orpheus, what are you doing? Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together, Ulpius. Please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Ulpius. Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. I don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing. Please, you need to talk to him.
Vale, hablaré con él.
Thank you. And please, choose your words carefully.
Sasa se me va a matar. ¿Podemos hablar, Ulpio?
Let me guess. You're going to lecture me on how suicide is a crime against the Empire.
Voy a decirle lo último. Creo que tienes derecho de morir si tanto te estás sufriendo, pero... A ver, a lo mejor eso es en plan de realidad. ¿Verdad que tengo razón? Hasta luego.
You're not going to trick me. I'm no coward. I intend to go through with it.
Solo pienso que hay razones para seguir con vida.
Like what? I'm stuck slaving away for that culus cumulatis for the rest of my life. What do I have to live for?
Tal vez podamos ser amigos.
You're just saying that to buy time. You must think I'm an idiot. I'm out.
Ay,
Wherever
Dios.
you are, Scintilla, my love. I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no!
Pregunta a Ulpio cómo se sentiría sencilla si él se suicidara. Sí, vale.
I can't believe he went through with it.
Pero el problema es que sabemos quién es... Vale,
Oh, Lord.
antes no sabíamos que era...
That poor lamb.
¿Quién era sencilla? ¿Ha sido por mi culpa?
That was not your fault. There's no way you could have given him what he wanted, moments after you arrived.
Su suicidio no rompió la regla de oro. ¿Qué significa eso?
Well, I suppose it means suicide isn't a sin under the Golden Rule. So I guess that means whichever god is responsible for it. It isn't mine.
¿Y ahora qué?
I'll have to let everyone know what happened. And I guess Malleolus will have to clean up the mess in his villa. It's of his own making, after all. And I'd best pray for poor Ulpius.
Vamos a reiniciarlo si hacemos un reboot, ¿no? Porque seguramente nos abra la puerta al templo. Y por aquí vas hacia Maleolo. ¿Esta piedra? ¿Y esto? Cerradoc. Ah, vale, que está parando la piedra, tú. Mira qué fuerte eres. Ah. A ver, ahora mismo no voy a... No voy a robar nada ni a matar a nadie. Precisamente porque ahora me queda muy lejos de la zona segura. Pero coño, ha dado una vuelta del copón esta señora. ¿Esto? Nota de Naevia. Me voy a encerrar, no intentéis seguirme, no pasará nada nuevo si lo hacéis. Vale, la Naevia es la... ¡Oh! La señora esta de los experimentos. Que está bien, que hemos entrado ya a su casa en su momento. ¿Ponía algo? Una fuente que emana agua dulce. ¿De dónde vendrá esa agua? Ah. ¿De dónde viene ese agua, señora? No lo sé. Pero de esa casa a Maleolo. Pero vamos a seguir mirando, tío. Es que... Vale, los baños públicos. Vale, ok. ¿Ya habrá muerto entonces el señor? Pecador. Virgilio, ¿hablé contigo yo? Yo creo que no. Hay que hablar un poco con todos. Sí, ahí está el tonto. ¿Vale? Y ahora tenemos el arco y... Vale, el arco normal y el arco dorado. Uy, modo foto. Sí, sí. Esta griega, seguramente que la diosa se ha llegado al templo, quizás algún... Pero, ¿cuál es el templo de Apolo? Pues eso me interesa. Tenemos la llave del templo de Apolo. Uy. Pero ¿y esta zona? Son los baños, sin más, ¿no? Vente aquí. Vale. Espero que el templo de Apolo no sea el que se ha derrumbado, ¿sabes? Porque también nos Nos iría un poco regulinchi. O sea, este es el derrumbado, ¿no? Cuidado, es un santuario, no es un templo. Por aquí. Uy, un encerrado.
Hello?
Hello. ¿Cuál es tu
My
historia?
name's Dooley.
Hola, Dooley.
I live here now because I got in trouble and they said they had to lock me up.
¿Qué
I
hiciste?
don't know. I don't remember things so good. I think it's just because I was looking for treasure.
¿Alguien pensó que ibas a robar?
Yes. But I wasn't. I was just looking.
¿Eso es todo?
They said I did it more than once. But I can't remember things so good. Then they called me mean names. They called me a liar, Billy.
¿La carga?
Yes. They said I have to live here now and gave me this letter. But I'm not good with words. Do you think you could read it for me?
El magistrado Sencio explica que Dooley estuvo encerrado para evitar que se colase. A ver, del magistrado Sencio... Modo de lectura, a ver. El magistrado Sencio a Duilio. Le escribo en referencia a ese comportamiento antisocial e incorregible, suyo originado por su obsesión por un supuesto tesoro perdido. Aunque entiendo su situación y sé que su guardián Aníbal falleció hace semanas, quiero enviarle un mensaje importante Ese tesoro que tanto busca no existe. Parece que no es capaz de recordarlo a causa de sus problemas de memoria. Y lo que es más, puesto que ya le han sorprendido varias veces invadiendo propiedades privadas, incluyendo... los aljibes, a los cuales no pueden acceder los ciudadanos, no he podido sino llegar a la conclusión de que usted es un peligro para esta comunidad y que tenemos que limitar su libertad para que así no incumpla la regla de oro. Espero que esta carta le ayude a recordar por qué está encarcelado en caso de que sufra más lapsos de memoria.
What does it say?
Dice que te pillaron colándote varias veces y que te encerraron para que dejaras de incumplir la regla de oro.
My treasure.
Este hombre tiene unas orejas gigantes. ¿Qué tesoro?
My friend Hannibal used to look after me. He said he always would. But then he died. It was very sad. He said if anything ever happened to him, I had to find something very precious hidden away. He gave me this key and made me promise to keep it safe until I found the treasure. But I couldn't find it. All I remember is he said something about the cisterns. But when I went up to the high one, they put me in here. Now nobody looks after me. Except my friend Galerius. And Ek, the priestess lady. She's a nice lady.
Me parece bien. ¿Sabes cómo salir de aquí?
You're going to let me out of here? Really?
Eso no es lo que he dicho. Te he preguntado si sabes cómo salir de aquí.
Please. I hate it here. It makes me very sad.
El magistrado te ha puesto aquí por una razón.
You're mean. I don't like you.
Adiós. Uy. Ah, vale, vale. ¿Ya no quieres hablar conmigo? Bueno. Nota de Dooley. I did not do it. I did not. Vale. Vasija. Jarra de latón con una especie de polvo para maquillarse. Bueno, entonces... Vamos a seguir por aquí, a ver. Antes de seguir mirando lo mismo todo el rato... Uy, esto es... No, es un templo, es un templo. Ya. A ver, ¿podemos ir por aquí? Manusito escribe. Again. Ok. Es para volver. Hostia, Pedrín, loco. Escenario. Por aquí. Llegaron los pinchis. Podemos bajar, podemos ir por aquí. Que es bajar también. Joder. Tenemos 2 botellas de vino. Eso es bueno, ¿no? Hola. Talla de madera. Una talla de madera con el símbolo de un pez. Parece ser de carácter religioso. Una placa romana con una inscripción en latín que dice Plutón, padre de las riquezas. Let's go. Me la quedo. Cerrado. Ok. Hola. Octavia.
What are you doing here? Please leave. I said please leave. You're trespassing.
Bueno, vale, vale. No sabía yo que estabas viviendo aquí, señora.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Pero me ha cerrado, la muy puta. Bueno, pues no. No sé qué coño he hecho. ¿La he amenazado o algo? Las pálidas sombras moran sin carne ni huesos. Bla, bla, bla. ¿Por dónde vine yo? ¿Por aquí? Puede ser. ¿Qué tal? Tengo que subir, ¿no? Ya. Bueno, eso reinicia. Y podemos ir a ver al suicida y decirle tal. Vale. A ver. Hola, colega.
Salve, friend. Oh, sounds serious. I'm listening.
Venga, a ver.
Yulia.
Vale.
All right, I'll go.
Venga, hasta luego. Vale, vamos para aquí. Y a ir a donde el suicida. A ver si podemos impedir que se suicide diciéndole que la otra, la churri esta, está viva. Que la churri esta está viva. Y aún me gustaría hablar con la hermana. Que también dice, es que no sé dónde está la pava esta. Y nosotros sabemos dónde está. Así que a ver. A ver si popea ahí de golpe. Ah, no, se ha acercado en plan de... en plan de me quiero matar. This is fine. A ver. Escucha con sus oídos. ¿Con cuál? ¿Quién es? Es una movida eso. Hola, compadre.
Salve, friend.
Hola, Octavia.
Welcome to life.
Sí. Estoy bien, voy a hacer cosas diferentes.
Ah, another stoic, perhaps. We all need something to help us through times like these. We've all been where you are now. I remember when I first arrived. I used to lay awake at night contemplating the big questions. Why am I here? Is there a way out? What is the golden rule, and who or what is responsible for it? I still don't have any of the answers, I'm afraid. I don't think anybody does. But I'm happy to share with you what I've learned.
Claro, Octavia, cuando se le mató el Ulpio, se fue al otro lado y se rayó, no puede
Here,
ser.
in this place, the magistrate has me earning my keep by cleaning and pruning the gardens. It's not quite how I expected my life to go. I used to live in a lovely villa on the banks of the Tiber. I was even betrothed to a handsome young man from a prominent family. But long hours of menial labor for the good of the community has its own charms too, I suppose.
¿Cómo se llegado hasta aquí?
Oh, much the same way as many of the others. When the fires came to Rome 7 months ago, my family and I fled for the Tiber, hoping to escape on a barge. We were among the fortunate ones with enough coins for passage, but unfortunately, there were a lot of desperate people, and they boarded before we could depart. A scuffle broke out, and I was pushed overboard. The last thing I remember was the water, rising up to hit my cheekbone. I woke up by the river, near that shrine, and stumbled across this place.
Siento oír eso.
Oh, that's all right. I'm sure it's all part of God's plan for me.
Esperemos que sí. Vamos a hablar de otra cosa.
If you like.
¿Sabes cómo salir de aquí?
I'm afraid not. Although, I did once hear someone gossiping down at Aurelia's tavern about a possible way out. I don't put a lot of stock in such rumours, but if you're desperate and wealthy, you could look into it, I suppose. If that doesn't work, then I suppose we're all stuck here until the gods decide our fate.
Gracias, lo investigaré. Gracias, pero es una estafa, sin duda alguna.
Oh, I see. Well, that doesn't surprise me. I'm sorry I even suggested it. I won't make that mistake again.
¿Qué opinas de la regla?
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. I think about those words a lot. I'd like to think that if we all love our neighbours as ourselves and do to them as we'd have them do to us, then we'll all be fine. But on the other hand, I was always taught the intent of man's heart is evil from his youth, and that all of us are born with a tendency towards sin. And that's where I get stuck. Is it true? Are we born with a tendency towards sin?
Creo que no, creo que la gente es buena por naturaleza.
You don't think that's a little naive? I suppose you've never seen what I've seen. Innocent men and women, torn apart in arenas while thousands of Romans look on and cheer.
Buena observación, quizá tengas razón.
If that's true, then sooner or later, things are going to end badly for all of us down here. Unless, of course, there's some kind of divine intervention.
Ah, que no te quepa duda de que habrá una intervención.
I wish I shared your faith.
¿Practicas el cristianismo?
Please keep that to yourself. I know you're not from around here, but things are very difficult for us right now. There was a terrible fire in Rome last year, and our emperor decided to make us his scapegoats. There were executions. It was horrible.
Yo sé que tú estás a salvo conmigo.
Oh, thank you. You have no idea how much I appreciate that.
Tengo que irme.
All right, well, it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh no.
Vale, esto ya... ¿Podemos saltarlo?
No. Oh, P.S., what are you...
That's the...
What?
Why do you...
Que sí.
I'm sorry.
Please, help him.
Hablaré con él.
Thank you.
¿Esto es lo que habría querido Sencilla?
You know about that? How is that possible? I mean, I've never mentioned it to anyone.
Nunca me creerías si te lo dijera.
Well, if you say so. You don't understand. I don't want to hurt anyone. I just want it all to be over.
Quizás pueda resolver tu problema.
It's too late for that. Yulia and I made a pact. And she's already swallowed hemlock this morning. If I backed out now, I'd be betraying her. I can't do that.
Lucrecia fue capaz de coger algo de Silfio a tiempo y salvarle la vida. Se recuperará.
Oh, really? That changes things a little. But we're still in debt bondage to that monster. Unless you happen to have 2,000 denarii to pay off both of our debts.
Espera, ¿para qué necesitas 2000 denarios?
Yulia and I are in debt bondage to Malleolus. We might as well be slaves. And that's how much it will take to buy our freedom back.
Ya veo. ¿Cómo habéis acumulado? No, ya me lo contó la otra.
So, do you have the money or not?
La verdad es que sí que lo tengo.
Really? Wait. So, I guess you'd want me to work for you then.
No, serías libre.
You'd do that for us? A couple of complete strangers.
Por supuesto.
It seems today we are both blessed. This did not turn out how I thought. Thank you, friend. I never thought people like you existed.
Toma. Salva la vida de Ulpio.
Thank you. I'll go and pay off our debts immediately. I just wish there was some way I could repay you. But I have nothing but the tunic on my back.
No te preocupes.
I'll go and take care of things with Malleolus and tell Yulia the good news. Thanks again, friend. I'll never forget what you did for us.
In fact, lo vas a olvidar. Dios, Dios, Dios. Octavia, ¿quieres algo más?
What you did was extraordinary, and I'll never forget it. I'm thankful that you're here. Can I help you with something?
Nah.
Ah, that's a shame.
What a shame. Vale, vamos a tirarnos con la movida esta, tío. ¿Sí? Esta es la casa de la otra. Ah, pero es desde arriba, ¿no? Hay que bajar a pata. ¿Y ahora qué misis tengo ahora mismo? Democracia en acción. Encuentra pruebas de tal. Vale. Extraña. Averigua por qué Livia está actuando de forma extraña. Tal vez la sacerdotisa. Ah, la sacerdotisa está en la panadería. Es verdad.
Malleolus just released us and we never have to
A
set foot in
golden
that
bowl,
villa again.
just like Apollo
What?
and Diana's.
How?
The newcomer arranged
¿Es el
it
templo de
somehow.
Apolo?
Really?
No.
Incredible. Oh, what a relief. I don't know what to say.
You don't need to say anything.
Shiny.
Just rest up, get your strength back.
Eras tú, ¿verdad?
Salve and welcome.
Celebrate properly
Need
when
something?
you're ready.
I will.
Eh...
Thank you, Orpheus.
There's not much to
I
tell.
will.
I mostly just bake bread and try to help.
Ah, vale, vale, vale.
All right.
No estaba una... ¿En la panadería no se había escondido una señora?
Shiny.
Greetings and salutations.
Salutations. Vale, señor.
Whatever's in that great temple up there on the bluff, I bet it's worth a fortune.
Pues no. Virgilio, yo contigo hablé, ¿eh?
Ah, a new face. Salve, and welcome to a little community. My name's impossible to pronounce for most people, so you can just call me Virgil. I hear we have you to thank for saving Julia's life. I'm glad you arrived when you did. Well, I'm an architect.
Uy.
Or at least I was back in Rome. That's probably too grandiose a term to describe what I do here. help out with repairs and try to stop old buildings from collapsing on people, that kind of thing. But you probably don't want to hear about the ingenious architecture or mysterious history of this place.
Correcto.
I like that. We're going to get on well, friend.
¿Sabes cómo salir de aquí?
You wouldn't believe how often the new ones ask that question. But I tell you the same thing I tell everyone else. There are much worse places to live out your days. You might have a few sleepless nights thinking about the golden rule, but once you get used to the fear, knowing that a single slip-up could cost you everything, it's not too bad. Nothing new to me, anyway.
¿A qué te refieres?
Oh, I just mean I grew up in the Batavi tribe, far to the north in Noviomagus, and learned to expect a bit of hostility. They weren't nearly as tolerant as the Romans.
¿Qué opinas sobre ella?
Some people say it's divine, the work of a god, but I'm not so sure. It just seems so flawed to me. Like it's distinctly human. I mean, once you've been here long enough, you'll notice people doing things that just seem so wrong to you. But this so-called god doesn't seem to care, which means one of two things. Either you don't know the difference between right and wrong, or this unknown god doesn't. And I'm pretty sure I know the difference. Do you?
Creo, sí.
Good. Then I hope you'll agree that there are only two ways of dealing with unfair rulers. The first is to leave. The second is to remove the ruler from power. And it seems leaving may not be an option.
Te entiendo. ¿Cómo se quita a un dios del poder?
Good question. It's best if I say no more, but I hope you will give it some thought.
¿Qué significa?
Oh, it means someone thinks I'm a sinner, and that I'm going to break the golden rule.
¿Por qué opina alguien eso?
I haven't done anything wrong, if that's what you're thinking. Somebody just has a problem with my preference for male company.
¿Te gustan los hombres?
Hey, nothing gets by you, huh? Sorry, that was mean. Yes, I like men.
Que lo acabas de decir, o sea, básicamente.
North, as I did in the city of Noviomagus, you expect a bit of hostility. The Batavi are not known for their tolerance. I saw enough friends killed or driven away to know the cost of not keeping your personal affairs to yourself. So I hid who I was for, what was it, nearly 10 years? Watching what I said and where I looked. But that kind of fear eats away at you slowly, until living isn't any better than the thing you were afraid of. Needless to say, since I'm now living underground, halfway across the known world, with an assumed name, my openness didn't go down well among the enlightened folk of the Batavi.
Siento oír eso.
Nice of you to say, but not necessary. In any case, the Romans are far more accepting, and among them, I get to be who I am. Or at least I thought that was the case. It seems I was wrong.
¿Sabes quién es el autor?
It's not just graffiti. I have quite the collection of handwritten notes too. The strange thing is, I keep my personal affairs to myself. I've never really been interested in any of the men here. Not my type. So I'm not sure what I could have done to upset this person. If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably one of those cultists.
¿Miembros de una secta?
Strange bunch. They insist there's only one god, and that he considers my nature as sin.
Octavia.
Can you believe that? If there are any of them here, they won't admit it. Not since they supposedly burnt down half of Rome last year and went into hiding. All I know is if these threats keep escalating, eventually my secret admirer is going to cross a line and break the golden rule.
Deja que lo investigue.
What? Really? I didn't expect that. But thanks. It's always a pleasure to meet someone so selfless. I'm glad you arrived when you did. I'd start by figuring out who the cultists are. Or maybe ask around among the merchants here. Someone who lives or works in the forum must have seen something. But if you find them, please don't hurt or humiliate them. I suspect they're just confused.
Me pondré a ello.
Come back and let me know what you find.
Yo creo que es la Octavia, ¿sabes? Porque se dice que solo hay un dios.
Greetings and
Greetings.
Welcome.
Han desaparecido estos, tú. ¿Irían a hablar con el otro?
Ove.
Oh, tú eres nueva. Me dan unas ganas terribles de matar al...
Fear is proof of a degenerate.
al este. ¿Puedo hablar contigo?
Whatever are you wearing? Oh, I wish Horatius would stop letting barbarians in here. What do you want? I'm Sentia, eldest daughter of the magistrate. But you'd know that if you'd been invited in here and introduced properly. What are you doing in here? And why are you dressed like that?
No soy de por aquí.
Really? I'd never have noticed, what with your flawless accent, appropriate attire, and impressive mastery of our customs. Now, remind me, why are we having this conversation?
A ver.
Ugh, what is it with you people? You heard the rumor that my little sister escaped and figure I must know a way out too. Is that it? Well, that's just a stupid rumor. We have no idea what happened to Scintilla.
¿Puedo decírselo, tío?
Just leave me alone.
¿Te puedo ayudar?
I don't know. Can you? Can you tell me how a person could have disappeared from a city with no exits and no crime? Was she snatched away by the harpies?
Tu padre no es... Bueno.
That doesn't surprise me. To him, it was like a prize cow wandering off from its paddock. He's upset, of course, but he says he's too busy with the election to help look for her. So he's letting Horatius do the heavy lifting. Some good that's done.
No puedo decirle nada.
So you'll help me find her?
Sí, claro.
Oh, thank you. You should probably take a look through her room. It's the one just by the front door. Maybe you'll find something the rest of us missed.
He encontrado este colgante en el aljibe. ¿Sabes a quién pertenecía?
Oh no, that's Scintilla's. The question is, what was it doing in the cistern?
Me lo he encontrado alrededor del cuello de un esqueleto.
A skeleton? Oh gods, you mean she's...
No. No sé, hay algo que no encaja.
What do you mean?
No sé cómo podría haberse descompuesto al convertirse en un esqueleto en solo 3 semanas.
But didn't Domitius say there's some kind of creature down there that killed and ate Hannibal? Could it not have attacked her too?
Pero tronco, que sabes dónde está. ¿Y si el esqueleto era el de Aníbal?
What are you saying? That somebody crept down there and put Scintilla's amulet on another body to make us think she was dead? Why would anyone do such a thing?
No, la ha secuestrado.
But who? Who could have a reason to do that?
Sencio.
That is an extremely serious accusation. I take it you have something to back it up.
Sigue investigando.
So this is just baseless speculation then? I've heard enough. I won't have you peddling scurrilous gossip about my sister's tragic death. Kindly keep your insane conspiracy theories to yourself and leave me alone to grieve, you barbarian.
Lástima. O sea, la caja de Pandora. Pregúntale a Equicia. Es que no sé quién es Equicia. Una paradoja. O sea, podemos matarlo. Hola.
I thought I told you to get out of my villa. I'm bored with you.
No sé. No, lo voy a tirar con el dorado, espérate.
Don't be so foolish. If you kill me, we all die.
¿Y?
And if I die, I won't be able to open the portal for you again, meaning you'll have created a paradox.
Pero es lo que
You
queremos,
see,
¿no? Al
It
final.
was my actions that brought you to this point in time. So if you kill me, you'll stop me from doing so, and you being here will be an impossibility. That means if I die, you'll be flung back to your original time, having caused the deaths of everyone here, and you'll never be able to undo it. Is that what you want? Now, get out of my villa. I'm bored with you.
¿Puedo matarle?
The many shall suffer.
La movida es que ahora
Of the one.
quiero una paradoja, a ver. A ver, que tiene más finales este juego, ¿eh? Tiene como 3, 4, una cosa así. Uy. Al, es Al, hostias.
Oh. Hi there. Gave me a bit of a fright. Thought I was in here alone. I'm Al.
Al Worth, he venido en tu busca.
Well, here I am. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Me llamo Yakitu.
Really? That's strange. I was just reading an old tablet I found here. Well, trying. My Latin is kinda rusty, but the last entry mentioned someone with the same name. It described an event about 2,000 years ago. Someone with your name appeared in the city out of the shrine of Proserpina and murdered a local magistrate, breaking some kind of ancient law. It said that the voice of a furious god rang out, and the ground trembled and statues sprang to life, firing arrows at the city's inhabitants. Apparently, as the citizens screamed and died in pain, the stranger just vanished in a flash of light.
De hecho, era yo.
What? You're saying you were here 2,000 years ago? I'm not sure I understand.
Cuando llegué aquí por primera vez en el presente encontré tu cadáver colgado de una soga.
I'm sorry, come again?
Todavía tengo la nota de suicidio que grabaste en esa lápida, mira.
Let me see that. God, why does this writing look so familiar? I've spent a lifetime in this place going around and around in circles. This is disturbing, but I don't understand how I could have written it.
Lo escribió una versión distinta de ti, he cambiado el pasado y tu destino.
I'm not following.
Maté al hombre que abrió el portal del tiempo y te envió al pasado, evitando que volviese a pasar.
So you're saying, because a man from 2,000 years ago is dead, he never created a time portal, so I never went through it, and that's why I don't remember any of this.
Ahora lo entiendes.
I guess. So what you're really saying is, you brought me back from the dead to let me die all over again. You saw the tablet. I spent a lifetime searching for a way out and never found one. I can't see how I could possibly find one now, so it seems like we're both gonna die here.
Lo siento, he cometido un error.
A mistake? You murdered a man in cold blood, and now there's a city full of dead people. And it's only a matter of time before we join them. I guess all those old Latin inscriptions were right. Pro peccata unius multis dolabunt. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Final 1 de 4. Vale. Sí, hay que pedir ayuda a los dioses. O quizás una sacerdotisa. Vale. Bueno, está bien. Tenemos el final 1 de 4. Uy, foto. Ahí está. Voy a quitarlo esto, ¿vale? Porque vamos a ver más veces los créditos. De hecho, me interesa volver a hacerlo. Jugar como Yakitu, sí. Y tenemos bastantes opciones. Justo antes. Qué bien. Vale. Entonces lo vamos a dejar aquí, yo creo. Llevamos 1 hora y algo, supongo. Quería simplemente ver un final. Entonces tendríamos que mirar... Claro, ¿cómo saco los 4 finales? No sé. Bueno, a ver cómo averiguo yo esto. ¿Qué me pones aquí al lado, señor? Veremos, a ver. Vamos a hablar con Desio y con Giorgio. Venga, nos vemos en el siguiente, chicos. Adiós. Pille, pille.